Hello everyone and welcome to Leetcode 724, Find Pivot Index. First of all, a pivot index is the index where the sum of all numbers to the left and the sum of all numbers to the right are equal. And to explain this, let's just look at the example where the output is 3, right? And it says the pivot index is 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. This is our pivot index. And now if we actually calculate the sums before and after the number, this 7 plus 3 plus 1 gives us 11, and 5 plus 6 also gives us 11. And since these are equal, 6 is our number and our pivot index is 3. So how do we actually solve this? Let's actually find a pattern to make it easier for us. So for 1, let's take the left sum, which is 0 as is mentioned here, and the right sum, which is 7 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6, which is 27. Yeah. And so let's just write the values of the left sum and the right sum over here, right? Now after 1, let's move on to 7, where the left sum gets updated to 1 and the right sum gets reduced to 20. Now after moving from 7, we have 3, where the left sum is equal to 8 and the right sum is equal to 17. Now just with these 3 example cases, let's actually find the pattern here, right? What we'll notice is that the L is increasing by each index that we go on, right? So when we move from 1 to 7, the left sum actually increases by 1, right? Because obviously 7 has 1 to its left. And when we move to 3, the left sum again increases by 7 this time, because the left sum is 8. So this is the pattern that we follow here and that we're going to use to code up the solution. Now for the right sum, what we notice is that 27 is the sum of all the numbers minus the first index, right? And then once we move to 7, we notice that from this 27, 7 itself is subtracted. And so from 7, we move on to 3, where 3 is subtracted to get 17. And then as we move on, we'd get 11, 6, and 0. So the logic here is pretty simple. Let's get to coding up the solution. So at the beginning, the left sum is always going to be 0. And for now, let's just say the right sum is the sum of all the numbers. Now we start our loop for I in range 0 to len of nums. And immediately what we're going to do is subtract the current iteration from the sum itself, right? So when we look at the example over here, during the iteration of I equals 0, we have 1 as the number and we want to subtract 1 from the overall sum, which is 28. We need that to become 27. So we're just going to subtract 1 from it, and what we'll see is that after the right sum gets changed completely, right, to 27 now. Once we move on to 7, 7 is going to get subtracted from 27 to become 20, then on and on and on. So after we do this, during the iteration, we notice that the left sum and right sum are currently what we need it to be, right? For 1, the left sum is 0 and the right sum is 27, which it's at right now. So now is the time where we check if L equals R, we can return I, which is the current index, right? And if they're not equal, we can update L with the current number. So in this case, it'll go from 0 to now being 1, which is the left sum of 7. And then when it runs, 27 minus 7 is going to happen over here. And then so on until this condition gets satisfied. Now, if it doesn't get satisfied, it's given if no such index exists, return -1. So let's just go ahead and return -1. Now let's run the solution. And there we go. There it is. Thank you so much for watching.